The biggest thing, I think, you could insert a sponsorship into your own video. So you're essentially sponsoring yourself and maybe have like a free trial product too, where people can essentially get something from you for free or really cheap. And they can just sort of establish some trust with you and just have that type of advertising on your channel. And that's what you should be doing if you have a really established business already.
What is your YouTube strategy? Do you even have one, or are you just blindly posting videos up onto YouTube? Or maybe you're a business owner and you'd like to start a YouTube channel to drive more leads and revenue into your business, and that's great. YouTube is an incredible place to do that, but only if you can actually get the views. Nobody wants to post videos and get no views. I mean, that's not going to drive revenue, right? So in today's episode, we're going to develop a complete strategy for a business that's actually in business and doing well right now. It's in the dog niche. I guess you could say dog training or maybe pet owner niche. And we're going to try to come up with a strategy for them that'll help them grow much larger. Okay, so this is a little bit of a case study, a little bit of a breakdown. And the good part is this business has a YouTube channel, but they're not really doing a good job with it. You can tell there's no strategy behind it. So who knows? Maybe they watch this video and get some value from it. And so, all right, that's it. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Video Creator Show, where we talk about how to get more views on YouTube and how to turn those views into revenue for your business. My name is Augie Johnston, and I'm here with my co-host, Grant Ball. And like I said, we're going to be talking all about this dog training business that does $35 million of revenue each and every year, or maybe even more now. And that was revealed on a podcast that I was listening to. It's an older podcast from My First Million, which you might be familiar with as well, where the owner of this business kind of revealed a lot of it. So I said, hey, what are they doing on YouTube? How are they making all this money? Well, they're probably running ads and doing other things that really cut into your profit margins. So I thought, hey, they need a YouTube strategy because they have a YouTube channel where they post onto, I think the last post has been like 4 months ago or something. But the name of the business is AlphaPaw, alphapaw.com. I'll go ahead and share my screen real quick. You can take a look to see exactly what AlphaPaw looks like. And then we'll take a look at their YouTube channel as well. So like most websites, you can see here that it's a good looking website, right? It's like a Shopify store or something. They sell all kinds of stuff. The thing that really got them a lot of money is this dog ramp, like a ramp for your dog, like your small dog that can't quite get onto the couch or onto the bed. It's just a ramp. So
Cute.
yeah,
Very
it's
cute.
cute. And imagine, Grant, this business doing 35 million a year. That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, one thing that really stuck out to me when I first saw this website was the paw-proof blanket for $80. It's like an $80 blanket. The ramp seems like a better deal. It's just really fascinating to see how much they have done in sales and what they're able to sell. So the ramp is their main thing, you said.
Yeah, the ramp is the main thing. And, you can see they have cats and stuff too now. But like most websites, when you scroll to the bottom, you can find this little YouTube icon. And when I go ahead and click on that, it brings me to their channel right here. So here we are, everybody. We're looking at their home tab here on their main channel. If you're not watching this on YouTube, I definitely recommend that you go over to YouTube and to our YouTube channel and make sure to hit the subscribe button when you're there so that you can get all these visuals. But the main thing that I want to get across right now is their last video, long form video, was released 4 months ago. And you can already see, Grant, right here. What kind of mistakes are you already seeing?
Mm-hmm. Well, the first thing is their top video, or one of their latest two, are just commercials. So you've got Stay on Top of Your Cat's Health with Genius Litter. And I watched those videos, and they come across as really insincere commercials where the person talking is clearly like being paid to say what she is saying. Like, my cat had a health emergency, and I knew that my cat was sick because of the Genius Litter. And she just didn't sound sincere at all. And it just was not compelling. It was not compelling.
Yeah, and I think they're making kind of a common mistake that a lot of people make that don't understand YouTube is they're creating videos that are like a minute and 16, and they've actually posted it twice in a row, which is weird. In another video, a minute and 8 seconds. Like if they could just make those videos when they're creating them under 60 seconds, then those would be shorts, right? But now they're posting a minute 16 video. It's in their their video shelf for all the long form videos. So that's a big mistake right there. Also, these have no thumbnails. There's no custom thumbnail here, and they're recorded vertically. And I don't even know if these are 9:16 vertical videos like we see on, TikTok and all these other real platforms. They look kind of like 4:5, which is another mistake because that's a really old school kind of what is it? I guess size
Aspect
aspect
ratio.
ratio exactly. If I scroll down on their channel, though, I do see they tried, right? They did try to create kind of YouTube content. This video right here, why is your dog acting so strange during the pandemic? And then, it's a talking head video of a woman discussing, I guess, whatever. Another one, does my dog need a ramp? That's posted a year ago. It has a custom thumbnail. So they did try to create some content at some point. They had a content marketing strategy on YouTube, but unfortunately, these videos I'm looking at 1 year ago, 9 views. 1 year ago, 49 views, 38 views, 20 views. So I can see why they stopped because they're just not getting the return on their investment. So yeah, let's just imagine right now that these guys are coming to us and they are saying, hey, we'd love to, drive some revenue through a new marketing channel. We're thinking YouTube organic content is the next thing we want to try. Help us get started. So let's go ahead and get right into the strategy part, Grant. And the first thing is like, what's the upload schedule? Like, let's just start with long form video. What's their upload schedule? What would you recommend?
Well, because they seem to have pretty deep pockets, I would recommend at least once a week for a long form video that's, at least 8 minutes, enough to get those mid rolls right. And they it should be well produced. They should have a kind of singular personality on the channel who is essentially the face of the channel. And they do have that woman who is in most of the videos. So like they're kind of on their way, but the videos should be longer, and I think they should be releasing at least once a week with long form researched videos that offer something and that they're not directly trying to sell something.
Yeah, you made a good point because a lot of these companies, right, they want to get into YouTube and then you talk to them, you go, okay, who's your marketing director? Who's like who's your social media manager? Because essentially on these big businesses, that's who's going to be on camera. And so most businesses are like, shoot, I don't know. We have nobody. Like the CEO is not going to do it because it takes time and effort, but it looks like they do. They have somebody, this woman that could be the face of the channel. And, with pets, I would say, why not get some pets involved? Like I would think that most pet owners would love to watch, especially short form content of, a French bulldog running around in the grass and playing with a toy that they sell, a little bit of product placement and stuff like that. And then you integrate it all together, right? This lady, when she wants to talk about maybe a new dog training method, she brings in the French bulldog. They're doing a dog training thing. They make a dog training tutorial. It goes on YouTube. It ranks for a search term. They're getting views and, essentially getting more sales because of it. So I do agree with you. A once a week upload schedule at minimum is good. Like you said, they have some money to throw towards this probably. So I would up it to 2 a week, especially because they're probably going to be able to hire a videographer, hire an editor. The woman probably works there full time. And so they could afford to do twice a week. As solo creators, it's a lot of times it's pretty hard to do it twice a week or 3 times a week because you're doing everything. You're creating the thumbnail yourself, so that's pretty challenging. So I think 2 long forms a week would be great. What else? Like what other kind of content? Let's talk a little bit about short form content. I mentioned it. Would you recommend that they create short form?
Yeah, I'd say so because shorts can get so many views with such a small amount of effort, and they tend to not convert as well, whether that's sales or to people going to your long form content. So, but what they lack in conversion, they make up for in exposure. So, this is kind of an easy way that they could go about it. It's maybe not the most honest, but they could do this. So there's a lot of shorts that I watch that they essentially make pet compilation videos of like pets doing cute things, and these videos have kind of been going viral for years, and they kind of just recompile them into a new video and then release it, and they get tons of views. And people just watch the hell out of these videos. So maybe doing that and then embedding in those videos like a couple of a dog walking up their ramp, that they're trying to sell, and then they put the ramp in the description, or they pin it in the comment of the short. And like you can have links in YouTube Shorts now that people can click on directly. So put that ramp in the short. And yeah, it's like, I'm not saying doing this makes you a good person, but it will probably work and it wouldn't be that expensive or hard to do.
Yeah, and what Grant's talking about right now is taking, other people's videos or old videos and making compilations of YouTube shorts. And I think that's a great strategy. People have been doing it for years, right? Like what is YouTube was built on the back of cat videos, right? That's like the old meme. That's the old meme of like, oh, yeah, I was supposed to do work today, but I was on YouTube watching cat videos all day, And so it's a proven style of video that will do well. And I don't think it's unethical. I think it's fine. I think people have been doing that a lot. But with this kind of business, they could actually create the content themselves too, right? They can get out there and film, and cats are pretty inclined to do cute things. So you'll get some good footage, and you can make those shorts. I do see YouTube Shorts being a major part of their strategy, and maybe even the only part of their strategy, because like you said, with this kind of content, it could go viral. That is really easy for, I think, a dog video or a cat video short to get a million views. Maybe not easy, but I think it's the style of content that does get millions of views with shorts. Unlike if they were going to say, okay, our short strategy is to do 60-second tutorials on, let's say, dog training, or teaching your dog how to use the bathroom outside. Like that's not really viral short content. Like they're not going to get as many views as two bulldogs in the yard wrestling and fighting over a toy. So how many shorts do you think that they should be publishing?
I would say at least 5 a week. Like, why not? Because the thing about shorts is they're so consumable and disposable that if one doesn't work, maybe the other four will. And I think you're punished a lot less when shorts don't perform versus if your long form videos don't perform. Like, if you have too many long form videos that aren't doing well, then YouTube sees that as, oh, this channel, it just doesn't work. But I think with shorts, they're a lot more atomized as far as like YouTube will promote a short that is performing well, even if all of your other shorts do not. Whereas I think that's a lot less likely to happen with long form videos. So yeah, I would say, I mean, 5 a week with what they're making. Just make tons of these things. Make as many as you can.
Yeah. And with shorts, I think this is a little bit of a debated topic for calls to actions in your shorts. Because the thing about shorts is you can get your average view duration. And if you can get a short, to have like over 100% average view duration, which means people are watching it like a couple times because they loop, right? Shorts will just loop. If you make a really good short, you can get over 100% view duration on it. The point that I'm getting at is that a good strategy could be at the very end of your short to have a little call to action to go to your YouTube channel and hit subscribe, or to visit alphapod.com. But unfortunately, a lot of those people, at least people say, I haven't tested this a lot, but that kills your watch time, because people recognize that's the end of the video and they swipe away. Right? When you see that kind of change of screen, hey, visit alphapod.com. People are like, okay, it's over, swipe. Whereas if the video just kind of ends and starts over again, people will get hooked into it again. Oh, there's the dog again. Oh yeah, I remember this part. And they watch it. What do you think about that? Like, what do you have an opinion on if you should have calls to action at the end of your shorts like that for a business like this?
I think it's good to have, but it should be really fast. Like, just enough to say, check out alphapod.com for blank, and then that's it. Like, you don't want to go into some long pitch. It should be less than 5 seconds. Even 5 seconds is too long. Like, visit alphapod.com for more. Like, that's basically all you should say, and just get that in people's ears and move on. Like, you just, especially with short form content, it's just so competitive.
Yeah, and I think for businesses, it's pretty hard for them to justify creating a video, putting money into it without having a call to action at the end, It's like, how is this going to drive revenue without a call to action, But it could. People click on your channel, find your links, click on the link and go there. So I would just say test it out yourself and see, does it affect, your audience? Does it affect the reach of your videos? If every short you're releasing has a call to action and is not getting as many views as the other ones, then okay, I need to take that call to action out, but definitely worth trying. And you can even put a different link like visit alphapax.com, which would actually allow you to maybe track, how many clicks you're getting through that link, which would show you your return on investment and stuff. So I do agree with the 5 shorts a week. I think when it comes to shorts and vertical video in general, the more the better, and that's for every platform. Like, with YouTube videos, long form ones, you don't want to post like 2 long form videos in the same day, or 5 a week, because they'll kind of like take from each other, like it needs time for the algorithm to recommend it to people. But with shorts, I think, a lot of people preach like post multiple a day, like not a lot of people, but I've heard people that do that. So I think 5 a week is a good strategy there. Okay, let's go ahead and get past this upload schedule and talk a little bit about what do these videos look like. Like, are we creating, how to potty train your dog? Or are we creating videos like, I don't know, like that first one I just mentioned would be more for like search, right? You're trying to rank for a search term. The next one would be like, maybe a more viral title, like this dog climbed 10,000 ramps in one day, or something like that. Would be more like for browse and suggested. Where are you headed? Like, where are you starting, at least with like, what are the first few videos that you're coming up with here?
So I think their video "Why Your Dog Is Acting So Strange During the Pandemic," like videos like that, are really what they should be hitting. And they just have too many random videos, like 10 cutest dog Halloween costumes. They have this combination of like practical, useful information and, just here's some dogs looking cute in costumes. So actually, one person I interviewed for this podcast, her name's Mallory, and she essentially is the face of a YouTube channel called cats.com. And what she does is she'll try out a bunch of different products. So like cat wheels are a thing. It's essentially a treadmill for a cat. She bought basically all the cat wheels on the market. There was like, I don't know, 5 of them, and tried them out with her cats. And most of her videos kind of fall into that category. Like, it's all practical information. It's like, is this wheel worth buying? Or 7 signs your cat loves you, or 7 signs your cat is lonely. It's like, I would say they should keep the fluff content, like 10 cutest dog Halloween costumes, to their shorts, and they should keep the like actual practical, like, I would say maybe useful videos to long form content, and then they have a consistent brand. I don't think you want to shift too wildly between, you know, a silly, fun video and a more practical video. And I think that's one thing that cats.com does very well. And I think emulating that could be a good idea.
Yeah, no, I think you hit it spot on there. I do like the idea of trying to rank for search. Normally that's kind of an outdated strategy, because you can really make a video go viral with trying to, just get browse views. So the difference between these strategies is, if you make a video that gets great watch time, but let's say there's no keywords in the title, like let's say the topic is more of like a viral topic, like we freed 10,000 cats. Like, there's no really great keyword there that's going to get ranked for a search term. So you're only going to get views on that video from the algorithm suggesting you out on the homepage. That's browse, or suggested, like on after videos and stuff like that. So that's a strategy in itself. And then the search ranking for search terms would be more like, how to train your cat, or how to walk your cat outside, stuff like that, where people are literally going on YouTube and typing in, how to train my cat. And if you create a video that has good watch time and the keywords in there, and high click through rate and all the things the algorithm wants, then you could actually rank number 1, number 2, or whatever for that search term. Now, it's really competitive these days on YouTube. So you're looking for a search term that has, some kind of search volume, and you can use tools like vidIQ or TubeBuddy to see, kind of the search volume. It has to have some kind of search volume, and then how competitive it is, how many videos are ranking. You can look and see, oh, look, the top video is is this video from, I don't know, 2, 3 years ago, and it looks really good and getting a lot of comments and views. Like it might be a competitive niche, and then also or keyword, and also the tools will kind of tell you how competitive it is. But the reason I do like that is because you are getting people kind of at their pain point, and you probably have a product that's going to be related to that keyword. So you can definitely do some product placement. You can pitch that product in that long form video, and it just kind of all flows together to create a not only YouTube strategy, but the business strategy to get the revenue. So I do like that, and they did try that. I think they have good topics and stuff. Like I'm scrolling down deeper and deeper into their videos, and I'm seeing some good topics here. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and here I am like 1 year ago, where you're seeing why your dogs gets the zoomies. And it's the same woman, I think, in there, or maybe a different woman. I can't tell. She got different hair color. But how to keep your dog safe in the heat. There you go. So that's a great topic for a search term. People are going to be looking at that, but they only have 20 views. So why does that video only have 20 views? If you were to guess, Grant, what would you just say off top?
I would guess the video isn't very concise, and there's a lot of rambling. It's probably like the audience retention is probably not very good on the video. I would guess it's maybe 30% at best. That might be being generous because it only has 20 views. So I'm guessing that's what it is. They probably need better writing or editing. Another thing that generally helps is not just saying how to keep your dog safe in the heat, but like 8 ways to keep your dog safe in the heat. Like people should know, like it should be obvious exactly what they're getting, how much information they're getting, how to keep your dog safe in the heat. To me, like a 14-minute video, like for those who can't see, it's a 14-minute video. Um, this just seems like it's going to be a ton of information, and it may or may not be organized. So I'm less likely to click on this video because it just like it's not broken down into simple digestible bits.
Yep. And you know what? The thumbnail, the title is How to Keep Your Dog Safe in the Heat. The thumbnail has text on it that says How to Keep Your Dog Safe in the Heat. So they're not really using best practices with the text on the thumbnail, trying to create more curiosity and kind of tell a story with the title and that. I mean, how to keep your dog safe in the heat. Like I would be really pulling on those strings of like dead dog, or some kind of like danger for your dog, and that's what I would be going for in the title and the thumbnail, where they just kind of have a stock image of two dogs in the water, and then it says that text. So I think the thumbnail's falling short. Like you said, the title could be a little bit better. And then when I click into the video, you guys are seeing it on the screen right now. It's a interview where, the footage of her talking isn't even full frame. They got the black bars on the sides. And then
What did they even film this
it's
with?
a webcam. It's a webcam, like
Mm.
it's very low quality. And this is only from a year ago, the iPhone would have been better. And then you can see she's talking to some doctor who's giving some tips and stuff. I think the editing looks okay. They're putting some titles and stuff up there, but it's the content. This video has 20 views because it's not a good video. The thumbnail, titles, everything's kind of falling short on this. And once I click on this video, I would really expect to not just have a talking head. If it is going to be a talking head video, then I would expect there to be some B-roll that has been shot, that they actually shot, not just stock footage of, strategies that they're using to keep their dogs out of the heat. But ideally, they should shoot these kind of like vlog style, like first person shooter, where someone's kind of vlogging this, talking outside, not, there's a lot of ways that they can make these videos better. And they're never going to see success, I don't think, with this kind of style of video. It's just too boring. People are clicking away, and yeah, they just got to up the kind of the quality, I think, of the content. So yeah, I mean, that would be my advice. If they are going to stick with the talking head, then go get your custom, made B-roll of whatever you're talking about. A lot of great ways to do this is you record the talking head. Then once it's kind of edited up, or even you just go in and watch it, take some notes as you're kind of watching through it and write down, get this shot, get this shot, get this shot. You get 7 or 8 shots in a 14-minute video, and you go out and you get those and throw them on as B-roll. Like that's a pretty solid video. It's a lot better, at least. So yeah.
Totally agree. Yeah, too much stock footage, like people notice, even if they don't notice that they're noticing. It's just less compelling than actually going out and shooting your own footage. People can tell.
Yeah, and it's not easy to shoot your own B-roll, but I think once you do it and build up a library, then you can like go back and like keep a Google Drive kind of organized and pull from there and there. And year 2 or 3 in your YouTube journey, you probably have a nice little library there. So, but yeah, I'll stand by what I said. I think that for where they're at right now, creating some videos for search, maybe try and test a couple videos to get ranked for browse or get views from browse would be good. And then just kind of see, where you're getting some traction. But the last thing that I wanted to bring up, an idea that I had as well, was product reviews. I mean, why don't you have a product review on every single product that you're selling? I mean, that's a no-brainer to me. And that's people, before they buy, they're going to go and do a Google search for reviews. And so you want your video to pop up right there and kind of close the deal. So, have you ever created a product review video, Grant, or ever helped somebody with that?
I mean, I've done reviews in like sponsorships that are embedded in a video, but never like a true full review. Actually, I take that back. There was one dedicated video we made. It was a video game, like it was a cool game based off of the kind of basically the legend that Dragon Ball is based off of. The kind of monkey man who ascends to godhood. That's like a very old trope in a lot of Eastern mysticism. So there was a game based off that, and we essentially reviewed the game, and that's the closest I came. But as far as like a physical product review, I have never made a video like that. But if I was going to do it, I would say, you want to showcase the product, get lots of sexy shots of it, talk about how easy it is to use or how effective it is. So, if it's the dog ramp, you want to show how easy it is to set up. Like it comes out of the box assembled, it says. So, show that. Show your dog walking up it, some arthritic dog hobbling up the ramp into bed. It is, something cute like that. And just highlight all of its features and be hyped about it. But you don't want to be like too fake about it and kind of infomercialize it, but I do think you can create a compelling video where you're showcasing all of the features as to why this is a cool product, why it's worth $150, and that's what you want to do. You want to make it look as good as possible visually, mentally, and just that's the video.
Yeah, and I think there's ways where you don't, I mean, these product reviews don't have to be like cut and dry product reviews. It can be just like something else, but also incorporate the dog ramp in your video. Like, let's say you're teaching your videos like the best ways to sleep with your dog in the bed, right? And so then you incorporate that paw ramp as part of that video. And what you're seeing on the screen right now, if you're on YouTube, is you're seeing these are their best sellers. So there's the paw-proof throw blanket. You can see they have really good images and stuff. Even a custom pet fleece blanket. I see some mouthwash for dogs. I see pee pads for dogs. Even a mug is one of the, oh, it's a custom printed mug.
And there's a hedgehog sitting in the hedgehog mug. That is
Yeah,
adorable.
yeah. Yeah, and so they have a ton of great products. These are all ripe for videos here. I'm surprised they're not trying to create videos. And then you embed those videos on the page that you're purchasing from, let's see if they do that. But yeah, I think if you can create a YouTube channel or a YouTube strategy where you can get out of not having to make all talking head videos, you should do it. Like you will create better content than talking head videos. I mean, everyone loves a talking head video because they're easy to make, and if you're looking to consume, a tutorial, then that's what you're going to get is a talking head video. But, I think this business in general, if they have some money to throw towards it, they could create some really cool content with this woman, a couple dogs at a dog park, doing a tutorial, doing whatever. That would be just get them way more watch time. And they do have a couple videos on these pages, but these are not YouTube videos. But yeah, what do you think about, like, what are some more ideas on the type of content that is not talking head that they can make?
Well, I think talking head is okay, but like as far as B-roll, so like the person featured in the video, like who is the talking head, they should be in the B-roll doing what they're talking about. Like it shouldn't just be, you know, images of a dog being hot. It should be, her putting a dog in a little pool or putting a dog in a Lawrence of Arabia outfit or whatever it is. Like she should be doing all of the things that she's talking about. And again, I'm going back to cats.com here. That's what she does, and it works really well. And I think there's just something compelling about not just talking about the thing you're doing, but showing yourself doing the thing that you're talking about so that it becomes clear like how I can do this too. Because hearing somebody speak about theoreticals is not nearly as interesting or useful as hearing them speak about it while they're showing themselves doing it. So that is probably the main thing I would recommend is like, yeah, add that B-roll, but like show yourself doing what you're talking about. So whether it's how to best how to keep your dog safe in the heat or signs your dog is lonely, like, show yourself comforting a lonely dog, things like that.
So it sounds like, and I'm pretty much in agreement with this too, that when we took a look, kind of scrolled down on their long form videos, that their topics really aren't that far off. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. I think their channel's pretty dang close to where it should be. I just feel like they need to tighten it up a little bit. Like their content just I think if they take our recommendations, most of their topics are already really good. They just should not have these fluff videos, or they should take the fluff videos and put them into shorts.
Yeah, and it's these videos, like I said, the topics are good. The thumbnails could definitely use some work. The titles could probably use some work to make them a little bit more clickable. But the real place that they're falling short is the actual video content is boring. It's not gonna get any kind of great watch time. And so that's really where they're falling short. I think we could talk more about topics and stuff, but I think if they were to create some really awesome videos with these same topics, that 20 view video would have 1,000 views, or it would have a lot more. I also think another part that they're falling short on is just, where's the pets, man? People who love their pets and are buying these dog ramps and buying all this kind of stuff, like they want to watch the pets. Like they don't really care about the person giving the information. They want to see some pets running around. Like they love that. And like I just don't see it. They don't have, maybe they have a warehouse where all these products are stored and stuff. Like where's the little green grassy area that you could bring your dog to when you got to shoot a video that day, where you can go out there, set up a camera and create some really cool content that's way more entertaining, that actually has the pets in it. So I think those are kind of the missed opportunities. But the actual topics and topics I don't think are too far off.
Yep,
Let's
totally
talk.
agree.
Let's
They're
talk a little
close.
bit about thumbnails. I'll share my screen again, and we can take a look. From what I can see, they are using a lot of stock footage for thumbnails, or just kind of random images on the internet, and they are using like blue text on a green background, which is pretty challenging to read. But I do like the idea that they have a lot of pet faces on their thumbnails. I think that's good. I was trying to think, I'm like, well, what's better? Should it be a human face and a pet face, or should it just be a pet face? And I don't know the answer to that, but I think I would test that. I would still test the human face on there. But what's your thoughts on the thumbnails?
I mean, they're pretty close. Like their text, I think the letters could be a bit further apart. I agree the background doesn't contrast the text nearly as well. I do think the pet faces they chose are good. They are clearly like stock footage, like you said, which I don't think is ideal usually. But yeah, I feel like they just need more contrast. Like, yeah, is loving dogs in your DNA? You got this like light orange text on a gray background, and it's kind of hard to read. But then the picture is really good. It's like a dog licking a woman's face, and it's or I guess sniffing her face. And it's yeah, they've got the face thing down. They've got the bold text down. I think their coloring is really all they need to do. And my recommendation for thumbnails is always like, if you're not sure about colors, you should Google color wheel. And I don't know if you're familiar with color wheels, but basically, if you have light blue text, then you should go to the color wheel and see what is on the opposite side of the color wheel to that. So 180 degrees from light blue, you're going to have yellow. So you want like kind of a yellow background that contrasts well with that text, and that's going to make it easy to read. And yeah, they also, with their text, they have this white outline on usually light blue text. And I don't really like the outline. I think they'd be better with either a black outline or a drop shadow or just none of that, and just make the background more contrasting. Like Do Dogs Cry. This is a good thumbnail. Very big text. It's light orange. The background is almost black, and you got a sad looking dog, and it's really gets the point across. And I'm guessing that video also just isn't like it's not edited down properly. It doesn't have the B-roll. It doesn't have the pacing that it should.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You know, it's this woman who's going to interview a vet, looks like a vet, and that's boring. So that's why. Another thing about the thumbnails, though, is like I mentioned it earlier. Every single one of these is, what is the dog flu, and then on the text on the thumbnail, what is the dog flu? Like, what is the dog flu? Is a good title, I think, for a video. I think it's could rank for a search term. I think it could actually also create enough curiosity to recommend it for browse and create enough click-through rate where you could get recommended on the browse page for somebody that is already interested in all these kind of type of videos. But the text there on the thumbnail could be better. I mean, what is the dog flu? What if you just put like death? you know, like you have to create a story. You have to create some sort of curiosity with the text that plays off each other, like I said earlier. But what is the dog flu? What is the dog flu? Like maybe death is not the best one, but maybe something like more serious than you thought. You want to keep it short, but I do think that that's a problem. But the biggest issue, again, like we said, is the content's just bad. Like the average view duration on these videos is like 30 seconds. People are clicking onto them. They want to see a dog that was on the thumbnail. Nope, that dog is not in the video at all. So that's a big problem.
Yep, totally agree.
Okay, let's keep it going. So last part here. Let's talk a little bit about monetization strategy. Obviously, they're gonna get monetized someday, or actually, they might already be monetized, and they are going to get money from ad revenue. And obviously, also they are going to sell their products. So how do they get people to their website to buy?
I mean, the biggest thing, I think, once they've implemented the things that we have recommended in our infinite expertise, then their views are going to go up. And then as far as how to drive traffic to their website that is already generating a lot of revenue, the best thing, you could insert a sponsorship into your own video. So you're essentially sponsoring yourself. Just a brief, like 30 seconds, maybe a minute ad in any of your videos. Once you've established an audience, that is, then that's a really good way. You could always have just a bunch of links in the description. You should have essentially links to your website and your products in every description, even if you don't mention them in the video, because people look at descriptions and they'll be interested. Like, those are probably the biggest ways I can think of. And then at the end of a video, just pitch the website really quickly. Like, if you liked this, go to alphapod.com and check out some of our incredible products, and maybe have like a free trial product too, where people can essentially get something from you for free or really cheap, and they can just sort of establish some trust with you and just have that type of advertising on your channel. You're basically doing what Disney Channel did back in the early 2000s, where they only had commercials for themselves. And that's what you should be doing if you have a really established business already.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, a call to action at the beginning of the video or somewhere for this little sponsorship for your company there, the Alpha Paw, I think is a great idea. And I think just putting the link everywhere, right? Put it in the description, put it in the first pinned comment, at the end of your video, put it in the end card, and at the end of the video, have a call to action. Hey, if you want to buy this product, or if you want a dog ramp or whatever, click the link on the screen right now. I think those are all good ideas. And I also, like you said, something free. Like that is really, I think, a great way. They should say, hey, if you want, the free guide on how to, I don't know, take care of your dog's nails properly, click the link in the description, head over there, and we'll send that over to you, where you can build your email list, because so much of these e-commerce businesses rely on the email list so that you can continue to market and build relationships with your audience, and as well as, send them more videos. As you're creating the content, you want to email it out to your email list. You want to share it on your other social media. You want everybody to come back, because not only will these videos drive traffic and leads to your business, but they can also nurture prospects. You know, if somebody's on your email list and they're not buying and they don't want to buy, but they do watch the videos when they come out and they get the email and they click, like they're getting warmer. You know, they're warming them up. You're warming them up. You're delivering value. And, you know, who knows, maybe their dog all of a sudden now is, you know, 12 years old and can't get up on the bed. Well, where are they going to go to buy the dog ramp? They're not going to go to some business they've never heard of. It's the one that they've been on the email list for 5 years. They've been watching the videos. Now they're going to save up and buy the dog ramp. So there's more to video content than just the direct marketing or direct response marketing, where you're just trying to get the click to, you know, enter their credit card and buy it. It's a whole community building and kind of, you know, just a marketing tool that you can use. So tons of great ideas. I think just to kind of summarize everything, like for this company and for this YouTube channel, it comes down to the content. Like the words that they're actually saying to the camera are not getting it done. The quality of the video recording is not getting it done. They don't have a great studio. They're not putting dogs on the camera. And that's the part where they're kind of coming up short. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. And, you know, the interview style, I think interviews with experts are compelling, but you do have to really condense them into like their most distilled information. Like I think they're over relying on expertise from these interviews, and they're not relying enough on, we'll say, entertainment value and pacing.
Totally agree. It's the entertainment value. You nailed it right there. There's no entertainment value on this channel, and it's important. Okay, it's important because what does the algorithm want? Watch time. So, all right, great way to sum it up there. Thank you guys so much for watching today or listening. If you're on YouTube, please hit subscribe. We're trying to get our subscribers up, so we'd really appreciate that. And remember, this episode was brought to you by vidchops.com. VidChops allows you to add an expert video editor to your team in just a few clicks, and you'll never have to edit again. So if you're looking to hire a video editor, head over to vidchops.com. My name is Augie. That was Grant, and thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Bye, everybody.